This week in Star Citizen, new concept photos. Star Citizen joysticks have been confirmed. Chris talks about the new Javelin. An interview with Gray-Headed Gamer. Leaked photos from Sandy's Facebook. Healing your spaceman. Livestream date announcements. And some leaked info about the Carrack. Hello, I'm Demo, and welcome back to the UEE News Network. First up in news, we have some new concept photos from CIG. So far this week we've seen spotlights, updates, and new concept art for the Retaliator, Gladiator, and Carthual, with expected updates on the Caterpillar, Javelin, and Banu Merchantman later this week. Stand by for some great stuff. Next up in news, we have confirmation from Sandy herself that there is an official Star Citizen HOTAS, in other words, hand on throttle and stick, in production to come out later next year. We have no further details at this time. Many of us are concerned about the Javelin and its sales and how it's going to affect the universe. Chris Roberts went into detail on the forums about what you can expect and certain things like being able to purchase one in-game. You can check down in the description down below for more details. There was a post on Reddit that generated a lot of traffic about a YouTuber by the name of Gray-Headed Gamer, who decided to melt down all of his big ships for a lowly Aurora. He agreed to sit down for a quick interview with myself and answer a few questions. Have a listen. I've got Gray-Headed Gamer here, and you made a video. You didn't make the original Reddit post, but the Reddit post is what inspired you to melt down all your ships for the Auroras, correct?
That is correct.
So why would you want to melt down your bigger ships for just the basic Aurora?
For the sense of accomplishment of earning the ships in-game.
I can understand that. You mentioned that you primarily want to be mercantile in your videos. Would you consider swapping over to the Misk Reliant when it comes out, the other starter ship that was recently announced?
Absolutely. I'm not stuck on one starter. I like the idea of the Aurora CL because of the cargo capacity, but I'm definitely waiting on that Misk ship.
Yeah, the double-seater sounds pretty freaking awesome. Since you can't refund your actual ships for real money, what are you going to do with all your extra store credit that you got lying around?
Well, I've already started buying every single bit of flair and the wardrobe items and stuff, and I'm going to keep it in the account, and anything new they release, I'll just pick up, whether it be a new t-shirt or a new poster for the wall, but I'm going to spend it all before the Persistent Universe drops.
So you're going to be the best dressed guy in the whole universe?
I am going to be very cunning, yes.
Okay. For my last question, would you consider spending all of that credit on a bunch of Auroras and create a Zerg-like army for the Persistent Universe?
That, or run my own Aurora 500 at the New Horizon racetrack.
That sounds pretty awesome. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. Is there anything you want to say before the end of the interview?
Just love your show, and thanks for having me on.
Cool. Make sure everybody checks out your channel. I'll have links in the description down below. Thanks. Thanks again to the Gray-Headed Gamer for stopping by. Next up, we have some leaked photos from Sandy's Facebook page. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Today's show is sponsored by Anvil Aerospace as Gladiator. Just because you're flying a small ship doesn't mean you can't have a big impact on the universe. The Gladiator was specifically designed to take out larger ships like the Idris and Javelin. See your authorized ship dealer today.
Welcome back to the UEE News Network. As promised before the break, we now have photos leaked via Sandy's Facebook page of the new Javelin. Some interesting things to note. The Javelin will have 10 turrets and 2 missile bays on this one deck. More info should be released later this week. In other news, earlier this week, an update was released on healing your spaceman in combat. In the update, they talked about limb damage, how it would work on a scale of 0 to 100, and how to recover and heal each other in combat. CIG is not taking a conventional approach to this system, and that's why we love them. This screenshot was posted on Reddit yesterday. It shows a conversation between somebody and Sandy where she mentions the live stream on December 19th. Many suspect that this is a big prelude to the 1.0 patch released, and it will showcase much of the new content. Stand by for more information. Much earlier in the week, Batgirl revealed some interesting facts about the Carrack. Some interesting things to note. It comes with a space buggy, though unconfirmed of what kind. It has 4 decks, more cargo space than the Connie, and a max crew of 6. These sources are unconfirmed. Lastly, I wanted to apologize to Mr. Bad News Baron. Last week I awarded him the Stanley Cup when it is in fact the Murray Cup. My bad, man. My bad. Also, I wanted to say thank you to the Planet Express Crew organization. They're the ones responsible for this awesome Redeemer that you see right next to me. They did the cool paint job on it for me just out of the kindness of their heart, and they didn't ask for any money or anything like that. So links in the description down below to their organization. Go ahead and check them out. They're all really nice guys. Also, if you guys weren't fully satisfied with today's stories, go ahead and check down in the description down below for more bonus stories. Like if you're like me and you can never get enough Star Citizen news, down below is where you want to look. Also, for sticking around to the very end, there's a bonus link in there for you guys. Thank you for watching.